Let us pray. On this great day of celebration and achievement, we give thanks for the opportunities of study and research, for the blending of cultures and the sharing of experience and learning, for family and friends who have supported us in difficult times and encouraged us to achieve our goals. Bless all our graduates today as they journey from here to their different places and countries of work. May they use their gifts of compassion and understanding in seeking to uphold the health care of our community and to care for those in need. May they find strength as they use their newfound wisdom and skill for the relief of suffering and the conquest of disease. And may they use their gentleness to nurse the sick and care for the dying. May blessing be upon you, all our graduates, as you give generously of your time in the service of others. And may you go forth with a spirit of courage and adventure to meet whatever challenge lies ahead. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning to you all. You can tell from our chaplain's voice today that she's not in her usual sparkling self. She's suffering and in need of a good nursing care. But we wish her well. I hope you recover soon, Chaplain. Again, good morning to you all, and what a splendid sight it is from where I'm looking at you. It means we're going to have a good graduation ceremony this morning. But before we start the graduation ceremony, it's my pleasure to ask the Principal and Vice Chancellor to address the Assembly.
Chancellor, Lord Provost, graduands, honorary graduand, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be able to start by saying welcome to Scotland's University of the Year. This is an accolade we have been awarded for the second year in a row, and it's right that we take a moment here to celebrate it. But you, our graduands, and the university staff who are here today to join this ceremony have all contributed directly to this achievement, because it's a title that reflects the quality of the student experience here at Dundee. And what I want to acknowledge here is the contribution students themselves make to our community. I have never subscribed to the view that our students should be treated merely as customers, because that's a term which implies that the relationship is purely transactional. Students in Dundee are an integral part of our university community. We can provide the teachers, the buildings, the facilities, but in so many ways, it's our students who bring the university to life, who create the unique culture and environment that we have here in Dundee. You are literally the lifeblood of the university. And you come here from all over the world, from 147 different countries at the last count. And whether you arrive from Shanghai, from Southampton, or from Scotland itself, we will always be committed to welcoming you to Dundee and supporting you in your time here. And the relationship between the university and our students is a partnership. We formalise this in our engagement with DUSA, the Students' Association, by ensuring that there is student representation at every level of the university structure, so you can have a say in everything we do. And this partnership keeps us in tune with the needs of students and ensures we're giving you the best university experience possible. That's a level of engagement and influence for students that is unmatched anywhere in the United Kingdom, and which is at the heart of what is special about being a student here. And why not? Because in DUSA, we have the best students' union in the country. Your feedback has resulted in things like extended hours of opening for the library, making access to study work for you. It's led to the development of our Dundee Plus initiative to recognise extracurricular activities in your academic record. And it's led to the opening of our Inquiry Centre, which has enhanced student services on every front. The positive impact of these initiatives is seen in the results of the National Student Survey. And I'm hugely encouraged and indeed proud of the fact that this year we achieved our best ever National Student Survey result. And Dundee is now firmly established in the top 10 in the United Kingdom. This survey reflects views of how we are performing for you. It shows we're getting a lot right, but we are never complacent. We're a large and complex institution, and we face significant challenges. But our priorities will always be that the personal experience for each and every one of our students will be a positive one. We're also ambitious, and our ambition is to become Scotland's leading university over the next 2 decades. And this year has shown that in many respects, that's a claim we can already make. We have not only been named Scottish University of the Year again, but we are one of the world's top 200 universities. We're ranked the top university in the UK in the global rankings of universities under 50 years old. We're top in Scotland and 5th in the UK among Europe's most innovative universities. So all those things are fantastic achievements for us, which reflect very positively on you as graduates. And our hope, therefore, is that as graduates of Dundee, you will become our ambassadors to the world, both for the university and the city. In turn, we ensure now and into the future that the name of the University of Dundee on your CV is seen as a mark of quality and esteem. Let me briefly reflect on a world which appears recently to have narrowed its horizons with the results of a referendum in the UK and an election in America. We are a university which operates on a global stage, welcoming students and collaborating with partners throughout the world. Despite, or perhaps even more importantly, following these recent events, we remain committed to welcoming students and staff from Europe and around the world, and to applying the knowledge gained from our research to transforming lives across the globe. We have made firm commitments to our prospective students from the European Union that we will continue to support them in coming to Dundee. We're bringing more students from around the world to Dundee than ever before, and we are continuing to engage with partners internationally. I can give you one example of many, but that being our work in Eritrea that has involved nursing, education and social work, and medicine, and which has helped develop a new generation of health leaders transforming healthcare in that country. I hope you hold your time at Dundee dear. You all graduate today with degrees and diplomas, but I believe you will have gained so much more. You will have made lifelong friends. Some of you will have found your life partners, and I hope you've had some great experiences. Many of you will have found out more about yourselves and discovered your true voice here at Dundee. So I look forward to hearing your voices shout Dundee loud and clear in your lives and careers, in your actions and in your achievements. Our mission as a university is to transform lives, and in your own ways, you can now go on to transform lives yourselves in your future careers. I hope you will remain connected with us as the university goes from strength to strength. And next year, 2017, will see us celebrating our 50th anniversary as an independent university. And I hope to welcome many of you and some of our 80,000 alumni back to the city and the university campus. In those 50 years, we've achieved a great deal. So just imagine what we can achieve in the next 25 years. Along with my colleagues here today, I'm also filled with anticipation about what each of you may achieve in the next phase of your lives. I wish you all well for the future and hope you will continue to value your association with the university, taking pride in its success as I and everybody gathered here on this stage will undoubtedly take pride in the achievements of each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal, for that inspiring address. Thank you very much. Before we start the official graduation ceremony, there's an important other ceremony that we must undertake first. This is very important to the nursing and dental graduates today, is the oath that they will take, or affirm to an oath that they will take. And I hope you reply to it loudly and clearly when you ask to do so. So can I invite Dr. Joe Corlett, please, to administer the oath.
Chancellor, before the nursing and dental graduands are presented, I will ask them to assent to a declaration that they will maintain traditional standards of professional conduct. Will the nursing and dental graduands please stand? I solemnly promise to use to the best of my knowledge and ability the art and science of my profession for the good of those under my care, and to make the preservation and restoration of their health my constant aim. I shall keep secret anything I see or hear in my practice that should not be divulged. I shall constantly endeavour to improve my knowledge and skills within my profession and to share useful discoveries with my fellow practitioners, whom I promise to hold in fraternal regard. These things I shall do for the benefit of those whom I seek to serve and for the honour of the profession that I now join. Do you make this promise?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Margaret Smith, the Dean of School of Nursing and Health Sciences, to introduce the graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Mary Ager. Jade Allen. Victoria Allen. Nicole Allardyce. Marianne Anderson. Shawnee Anderson. Hayley Andrews. Zoe Armour. Susan Arnold. Emma Beattie. Katrina Bell. Jennifer Bennett. Jenny Lee Bennett. Samantha Berrick. Connie Betts. Grace Black.
And say hello to somebody down the aisle. I'm sorry to do that. It was really to embarrass Professor Dame Sue Black, the Dame Commander of the British Empire.
Cheryl Blakey. Claire Bowman. Amy Brown. Evelyn Brown. Kirsten Brown. Lauren Brown. Jane Buckley. Leah Buckley. Katie Burns. Sarah Butcher. Nicole Cameron. Nadia Carstairs. Stuart Chalmers. Nicola Christie. Ashley Clark. Natalie Clark. Sally Clark. Stacey Clark. Laura Clark. Ellie Coburn. Peter Connolly. Tara Connor. Emma Cook. Jessica Cook. Christina Corbett. Claire Cowan. Sarah Craig. Emma Cruikshanks. Nicole Coggy. Callum Curry. Amy Cuthbert. Laura Derbyshire. Alice Dean. Claire Dick. Kerry Dick. Daniel Doig. Paula Donaghy. Lindsay Donaldson. Lynn Donaldson. Shannon Donnelly. Amy Douglas. Bianca Duncan, Fiona Dutch, Sinead Dwyer, Tammy Easton, Jade Ewing, Janina Faulkner, Andrew Ferguson, Lois Ferguson, Nicole Ferguson, Cara Finlay, Emma Finney, Cara Fisher, Jacqueline Fleming, Gemma Flood, Bethany Ford, Emily Francie, Lorraine File, Laura Gallagher, Abby Galloway, Cheryl Glancy, Laura Glasgow, Amy Gowans, Caitlin Greenshields, Abigail Grieve, Annabelle Hanna, Lucy Harris, Naomi Henderson, Roisin Henderson, Laura Hendry, Holly Hill, Catherine Hill, Catherine Hislop, Hannah Hughes, Christy Hunter, Gemma Hutchison, Suzanne Hind, Alexandria Hines, Claire Irving, Amy Jackson, Victoria Jarvie, Jodie Jervis, Hayley Johnson, Laura Johnson, Rebecca Johnson, Emma Kelman, Stacey Kennedy, Jess Keshner-Smith, Angela Kidd, Louise Kilbane, Callum Knight, Robin Knox, Morven Kyle, Emma Lafferty, Amanda Lane, Deborah Lane, Rachel Lane, Joanne Lapsley, Oren Larkin, Kirsty Lafferty, Ryan Lafferty, Heather Lawson, Kiara Lennon, Emma Liggett, Shannon Loney, Melanie Lowe, Lucy Lowry, Rebecca Lynch, Bryony Macaulay, Rebecca McLennan, Rachel McGee, Maria McConey, Teresa Mallon, Seamus Mallon, Rebecca Martin, Amber Matheson, Carly Matthew, Gemma McCucken, Francine McCabe, Jennifer McCallum, Melanie McCarroll, Katrina McCloskey, Mika McColligan, Lauren McConnell, Jessica McCracken, Ashley MacDonald, Kirsten MacDonald, Louise McGarry, Siobhan McGeechy, Samantha McGregor, Alison McKenna, Laura McKivitt, Maeve McNulty, Rebecca McPhillips, Megan McRobbie, Angela McVicker, Dexy Meldrum, Natalie Miller, Donna Menyer, Natalie Miller, Melanie Mitchell, Rachel Moorhead, Stephanie Morrison, Anna Siobhan Muir, Bertha Makuma, Lindsay Munn, David Monroe, Megan Neely, Georgina Nicol, Hannah Nicol, Caitlin O'Neill, Carol O'Neill, Olivia O'Reilly, Connor O'Toole, Nicola Osimek, Vivian Ogg, Rebecca Patterson, Louise Pearson, Gemma Porter, Nicola Ray, Joan Redmond, Rachel Reiki, Lauren Reid, Caitlin Rind, Cara Richardson, Natalie Roberts, Sean Robinson, Denise Roger, Lewis Roger, Yvonne Ross, Smitha Sabu, Lauren Scorgi, Annie Scott, Gemma Scott, Nicole Scott, Laura Scullion, Sarah Sharp, Katie Shepherd, Caitlin Shields, Eve Short, Gemma Sim, Sarah Louise Simpson, Anna Sinclair, Owen Sinclair Gibb, Tracy Skelton, Gemma Smith, Hannah Smith, Gillian Smith, Kelly Smith, Kirsty Smith, Sarah Smith, Katie Snedden, Catherine Spence, Katie Stevenson, Arlene Stewart, Katie Stewart, Lauren Stewart, Jodie Strachan, Deborah Sweeton, Gemma Tate, Amy Theodorou, Roisin Thompson, Simon Thompson, Robin Tosh, Chloe Tupper, Philippa Vaughan, Graham Wagott, Anna Wayne, Stephanie Wallace, Chloe Walls, Lucy Wan, Ashley Ward, Glover Ward, Hannah Watson, Saskia Watson, Lindsay Watt, Sarah Whittington, Ariane Williamson, Charlotte Williamson, Rosie Williamson, Ali Wilson, Kelly Wilson, Sarah Wilson, Zoe Winter, Evelyn Woodburn, Alexandra Yeaman, Sarah Hashan, Claire Borthwick, Morgan Brannan, Alice Cargill, Louise Carruthers, Stacey Chesney, Zoe Connell, Fiona Cowan, Laura Drummond, Claire Fitzsimmons, Brian Flanagan, Carolyn Gilmore, Devon Grant, Ellis Harvey, Rebecca Heron, Kirsty Hutton, Faria Iqbal, Rebecca Jack, Louise MacLeod, Elizabeth Main, Courtney McKenna, Susan Nichol, Ashley Norcross, Pauline Payton, Halle Reid, Olivia Roque, Erica Robertson, Tishby Sinclair, Courtney Tom, Tiffany Thomas Hasted, Caitlin Thompson, Lorna Turnbull, Lauren White, Nicola White, Diane Bogue, Carla Boyd, Terry Boyd, Vicky Brannan, Marina Bruce, Danielle Carr, Robert Clark, Johannes Conradi, Pamela Curtis, Jodie Dobson, Laurie Fenton, Amy Fraser, Kirsty Gillespie, Barry Gregg, Rebecca Harris, Lisa Jameson, Benjamin Johnson, Janlyn Wanello, Emma Lawrence, Mary Lowe, Michelle Martin, Rebecca McEwen, Cara McGough, Andrew Mackay, Dawn Menzies, Abigail Munns, Kyle Payne, Nicola Ray, Amy Richmond, Karen Sharp, Fiona Simpson, Lisa Smith, Rachel Stephen, Daniel Tate, Alana Taylor, Rachel Taylor, Michael Todd, Iona Tulloch, Mary Ann Welsh, Kaylee White. For the Diploma of Health Studies, Ashley Weston. For the Master of Palliative Care, Audrey Toshney. For the Master of Science, Felicity Parsons. Christina Stallman. Sharon Leach. Catherine Mitchell. Lorna Pritt. Mariosa Bonici. Claire Wilson. Bridget Donoghue. Sharon Sargent. Karen Stonehouse. Sahid Imran. Andrew Makaka.
Thank you, Professor Smith. Flawless. It's now my pleasure to invite the Dean of the School of Dentistry, Professor Mark Hector.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery, Sia Ching Fen. Fiona Wong. And for the Master of Dental Public Health, Waraf Al Yassim. Yegan Nandao. And for the Master of Research, Eram Haider. And for the Master of Science, Khaled Abdel Maqsood, Abdelaziz Ahmed, Muna Bashir, Mina Ebaid, Ahmed El Shanawani, Amro El Shabazi, George Habib, Hussan Shalabi, And for the Doctor of Philosophy, Farhad Al-Harbi. And Ativa Shankar.
Thank you, Professor Hector. Now my pleasure to invite Professor Murray Scott from the School of Medicine.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Medical Education, Claire Hastings. For the degree of Master of Medical Education, Mark Richardson. For the degree of the Master of Public Health, Magriat Shrizeri. Chine Enwe Izugumelu. Maka Aldigeri. Lydia Hepburn. Ellen Higgs. Christopher McDougall. Hayley Piri. M.D. Sarkar. Georgia Wilson. For the Master of Science, James Richards. Vijay Sivaram. Iswarya Savaraja. Pulak Giri. Uchechi Orija. Mark Anstey. Cody Forrest. For the degree of Doctor of Medicine, William Anderson. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Paul Cameron. Maria Coates. Jane Cuddihy. Sharada Dayalan Naidu. Priya George. Keith Johnson. Scott Mitchell. Harpal Sondi. Hannah Williams.
Thank you, Professor Scott. Principal, can I invite you to?
Chancellor, I have the honour to invite you to confer their degrees in absence upon the candidates who have been unable to attend this ceremony.
By the authority of the Senate, I confer these degrees.
Now, at the start of this ceremony, I talked not just about the university, but also about the city of Dundee and the great relationship that exists between us. And that relationship is symbolised at graduation by the presence at the front of the stage here of the University Chancellor's mace alongside the city mace. But it's also symbolised and supported in person by the Lord Provost, Bob Dugton, who's been here all three ceremonies, 2 yesterday and 1 today. And I'd like you all to join me in thanking the city for all it does for the university and the Lord Provost for his commitment to this ceremony. Thank you. Now, about an hour ago, you were all graduands, and now you're all graduates of the university. So we have a very important part of the ceremony, and I want to call upon your help in your newfound responsibilities. What I want you to do in just a moment is to really express the joy that comes out of a Dundee graduation ceremony, and I want you to do that by creating as much noise as is possible to do. Now, I've got great hopes because, generally speaking, the nurses in particular provide a fantastic send-off for these ceremonies. You do have a key responsibility, though, and that is you're the last of 3 ceremonies. I think it's been building to a crescendo. We had a good start, a fantastic afternoon, a celebratory response. So I'm expecting great things from all of you this morning. So the rules of the game are, it's not about polite applause. You can shout and cheer. Whistling is good. I'd like all the support of those young people, and especially the babies. This is the time to join in and participate. So let me start by simply offering my congratulations and the congratulations of all of us here on the stage to the class of 2016. Thank you.
I think the dentist won. Thank you for that. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Audrey Duncan to introduce the honorary graduate.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Dr. Niall Elliott. "21 years ago, Niall sat in this hall as he too graduated from the School of Medicine. The journey he has taken since to carve out a career in a discipline that didn't exist when he graduated is truly inspiring. And today, he is now one of the most respected, prominent, and in-demand sport and exercise medicine professionals in the country. Niall's story begins in Vevey in Switzerland. His parents emigrated there from Northern Ireland to teach, and he went to school in Eglon College, nestled 3,000 feet up in the Alps. It's easy to see where his early love of being active, skiing in the winter, mountain walks in the summer, was born. On applying to universities, Niall tells me that there was only one choice. With its reputation in medical teaching and its proximity to the hills and ski slopes, the University of Dundee was first choice. And on acceptance, he immersed himself in university life. Niall competed for the university at Scottish and British University Ski Championships and was awarded a half blue for his success. He also played rugby and helped initiate the then annual Medics v Dentists rugby match, although I have just realised that he didn't tell me who won that first match. With common lectures in first year, Niall met his wife Gillian, who was studying dentistry. Also a keen skier and hill walker, Niall knew that he'd met his match for life, and we're delighted that Gillian is able to join us today along with her 3 children, Andrew, Callum and Sarah, and Gillian's mum, Rosemary. While studying, most of Niall's undergraduate medical attachments were spent in Tayside, but keen to travel and learn, he spent time in hospitals in Northern Ireland and also undertook his elective on the medical wards in Egle Hospital in Switzerland, using the opportunity to practice medicine in French. I'm assured his translation skills were excellent. Graduating in 1995, sport and exercise medicine was not an officially recognised or structured career path, but Niall combined his passion for sport and medicine by initially pursuing a career in orthopaedics. However, while Niall found orthopaedic surgery technically fascinating and groundbreaking, his increasing interest in musculoskeletal medicine and his natural curiosity to follow through patient care led him to undertake further training as a general practitioner in 1999. Niall passed the membership exams for the Royal College of GPs, as well as the Intercollegiate Diploma of Sport and Exercise Medicine. The latter was awarded to him by neurologist Sir Roger Bannister, the first man to run a sub-4-minute mile. At this career junction, Niall took up a GP partnership in Broughty Ferry with understanding partners supporting his increasing interest in sports medicine. In 2001, Niall began his sports medicine career, assuming the role of team doctor for the newly formed professional ice hockey team, the Dundee Stars. Not content with a local role, he soon became involved at governing body level, helping to improve overall player health, not least of all in the areas of concussion awareness and dental trauma. At the same time, Niall took up a role with the Sports Scotland Institute of Sport, the professional governing body for elite sport in Scotland, as the first medical coordinator for the Tayside and Fife region. These roles, along with Niall's professionalism, expertise and passion, opened up opportunities to work in elite sport, and Niall's first exposure to a major international games came soon after in 2003 as medical officer for Team GB at the Winter European Youth Olympic Games in Bled, Slovenia. What follows since then is testament to Niall's dedication to his discipline, professionalism and delivery, and empathy and time for all those that he comes into contact with, and I can say this from personal experience. Recognising his professional expertise at the highest level in this field, Niall has now worked at 7 major multi-sport games and been appointed as Chief Medical Officer for 5 of them. The Commonwealth Games in Delhi 2010, Glasgow 2014, and now preparing for Gold Coast 2018. The Winter Olympic Games in Sochi 2014 and the Summer Olympics in Rio 2016. He has been team doctor for Scotland women's rugby team for 3 seasons, and in 2010 realised his dream of a full-time role in sports medicine when he took on the position of first deputy and then head of sports medicine at the Sports Scotland Institute of Sport. Leading multidisciplinary teams of up to 50 sports doctors, physiotherapists and nutritionists, These roles involve meticulous planning and careful clinical support to ensure athletic performances are maximised, illnesses are minimised, and anti-doping is provided, all with consideration for game-specific challenges such as the recent Zika virus in Rio. But before we all get too jealous of his jet-setting lifestyle, he is quick to remind me that this glamorous role at large games often involves 19-hour days, carrying luggage for athletes, sewing clothes for Olympic champions, and cleaning toilets. Niall's passion and profile for sport and exercise medicine is not, however, solely focused on elite sport. While working as a GP with all of these growing sports commitments, he still found time in 2005 to set up a primary care musculoskeletal medicine clinic at King's Cross Hospital in Dundee to help offload the increasing number of referrals to the orthopaedic team at Ninewells Hospital. Affording access to experienced physiotherapists, podiatrists, radiologists, and sports medics, 11 years later, this unique clinic in Scotland is still going strong, with over 1,000 patients seen annually. Niall is also a strong advocate and promoter for exercise as medicine, as a quick glance at his recent Twitter feed will show. Research evidence increasingly supports the importance of living a more physically active life, with benefits including a reduction in the incidence and recurrence of cancers, mental health illnesses, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes, amongst others. And Niall is a passionate champion of getting more people more active more often. He is also committed to developing the next generation of sport and exercise professionals, particularly now that following the London Olympic Games, the General Medical Council and NHS have recognised sport and exercise medicine as a viable career choice with a structured training pathway. Niall delivers continuing professional development training for GPs and guest lectures on undergraduate and postgraduate medical courses across the country. And Niall practices what he preaches. Sport and physical activity is part and parcel of his family life. Park runs, marathons, cycling, school and club hockey and rugby, hill walking, skiing and golf gives a flavour of life in the Ferry with Niall, Gillian and their 3 children. Niall promotes walking meetings, standing desks, and active commuting, and I can get the vibes that he feels you're probably sitting for too long already this morning. Chancellor, 21 years after graduating from the university, I have the honour to invite you to confer upon Dr. Niall Elliott the degree of Doctor of Laws.
By the authority of the Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws. Congratulations. Would you like to say a few?
Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, Audrey, thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you very much for this kind invitation and conferring upon me this honorary degree today. In my eyes, I'm only just beginning to get settled into my job, and I'm ready to make a difference moving forward, so very honoured to receive this. Sport and exercise medicine is not a new specialty. It's been around since the Greek physicians. Galen, 1800 years ago, was the first physician to the gladiators in Rome. And he, after having travelled North Africa, Cairo, rest of Mediterranean to hone his clinical skills, became a strong advocate for the role of exercise as treatment for ailments and the role of physical therapies whilst looking after and rehabilitating his injured gladiators. In '95, I was sitting exactly where you were. There wasn't a clear picture as to where my medical degree was going to take me. Sport medicine, as it was known in those days, was practiced by a few. It was dabbled around by quite a few, and actually quite a lot of people did sport medicine as such. But there wasn't any structure in terms of learning, governance, let alone a career pathway. 2016 now celebrates the 10th anniversary of sport and exercise medicine being recognised by the GMC, by the General Medical Council, as a specialty on its own, with all that encompasses in terms of a modern field of medicine within this 21st century. And the bit that made the difference was not the sport, but was very much the fact that exercise, the real benefit to leading an active life, has a great opportunity for us within medicine, nursing, dentistry, all allied health professions to actually go and show what we can deliver here. Physical activity is a credible treatment option. It's got a lot more research behind it, and the depth of knowledge is improving significantly. It's genuinely a patient and population-wide illness prevention treatment. Those of you that golf, you'll be glad to know that you will live 5 years longer than the non-golfers. So if you're looking for an excuse to actually get your third round of golf in per week, we have the research and the evidence to back that one up. Getting out and getting active is a life changer. As nurses, as doctors, as dentists, as allied health professions, of which I'm sure there are plenty in the hall today, don't forget the influence that you have on the community that you live in, on your friends, on your colleagues, more importantly on your patients, because they look up to you now and how you live your life. I'm very fortunate in terms of my other part of life is looking at performance sport, and after Rio 2016 and after this summer of watching para athletes and watching our able-bodied athletes, British sport is in a really good place at the moment. From my medical perspective, illness rates are low, injury rates are low, and to me that reflects the allied team that's in behind the athletes and helps provide the support when we go away to games, be it Glasgow, London, or wherever it is in the world that we travel. There's a real professional team behind that, and surrounding an athlete these days are sports medicine doctors, physiotherapists, clinical psychologists, sports nutritionists. Allied professions that come into there at the same time include physiology, biochemistry, biomechanists, physical preparation coaches, and I think a new one, which I'm really keen to advocate and actually put into that team that surrounds an athlete, is making sure that we have advanced nurse practitioners. They have a lot to bring to the sporting world. It is a year-long job, and it looks after the athletes that I work with, both in terms of Scotland and Britain. And the planning and the preparation going into games actually makes Formula One look like a school project. This honour and the work and the career path that I've chosen, as I've already alluded to, hides the structure of a wider team that's needed to deliver musculoskeletal medicine in a clinic in King's Cross, for example, or cutting-edge medicine that's needed to gain 0.1 of a second, and that can be a difference for an athlete between success or being on a league of their own. Having said that, there are times when you're asked to do non-clinical, cutting-edge work, and as Audrey's alluded to, my one bit that I obviously hang on to a little bit in terms of Rio is that I have sewed 6 pairs of tennis shorts for our Olympic champion. Performance sports medicine can fly in the face of evidence at times, and especially in terms of evidence-based medicine. But at the very heart of what we do is athlete health and well-being, making sure that illness is kept to a minimum and that injury is treated and rehabilitated. And this is the same process that we have at King's Cross. Patient-centered care, patient-centered outcome. The additional work that we're doing is looking at concussion, looking at grassroots concussion guidelines, for example, and I'm pleased that a combination, a collaboration of working with Scottish rugby and Scottish football, we now, Scotland, are the only country in the world to have concussion guidelines that go down to grassroots sports. What happens at the top end does actually filter out to grassroots sports. So the 18th of November, what's so special about that? Well, for you guys, as healthcare professionals that you are, this is the start of your chosen career. This is the moment you embark on your dreams to help patients in whatever capacity you choose. Well done. Celebrate that success. It's well deserved. For me, this day comes as a great honor. It reminds me what can be achieved if you put your mind to it, if you apply the common sense, if you apply the clinical skills, the ethical boundaries that are taught to you here in Dundee. Clinical teaching in Dundee is renowned and recognized the world over, and you've been given a huge step and a huge advantage on that first mile of your chosen pathway in your career. In my mind, the University of Dundee is truly world-class in that aspect. For me, it's also a reminder that it's the 18th of November, it's my wife's birthday, so I mustn't forget the 18th of November. It's a reminder that as a successful career or a personal achievement inevitably means that you've been supported to get to this point. Look around you today, look at your own support and recognize it. Without my family and my wife, the chance to work towards my goals would never have happened. Success in your career needs dedication, it needs patience. Sport, a bit like life, reflects human endeavor, and whilst many more fail than succeed, sporting history is populated with stories of determination and success. Challenges are challenged, hurdles are overcome. Doesn't matter what's in the way, that goal is achieved. And you just have to watch parasport and be enthused by parasport to realize what can be achieved. Watching a completely blind skier and their guide hurtle down a ski slope at 60 miles an hour brings home what these superhumans can achieve. To get to that pinnacle of sport, you have to learn from your failures. In our chosen healthcare careers, failures will have important consequences on the patients that we treat. So I wouldn't advise that you go into your career blind, but I would advise you to go out and look for your guides. First and foremost, listen to your patients. They will give you sight of what is needed to help them on their healthcare journey. Learn from your colleagues. Seek out an experienced mentor. Accept your failures, your weaknesses, and you'll make yourself a stronger person in the end. And you can actually achieve great things in your lifetime. Get out, get active, and make your life extraordinary. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Question, Vice President?
Gillian.
Neil, I don't remember you much as a student, partly because it wasn't your fault, my fault. I wasn't there to teach when I should have been. But I do remember you in the corridors. But you stole my thunder today. That has never happened before. Because it's traditional to sing happy birthday to honorary graduate's spouse. So, Gillian, we're going to sing happy birthday to you. Please join us and you can lead it, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gillian. Happy birthday to you. And the dinner this evening is on you. Congratulations and welcome to your university.
Thank you very much.
Now the dentist won the applause round. Nurses can make up by singing. Any offers? No? In which case, please be upstanding. And I call for the mace.